Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
All right, Shalom Israel. This is the ISUPK, started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahana. This is the opening of the Feast of Purim. Give the Lord a hand for that. All right, so we got high holy days. They're all written in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23. But we also got memorial days or feast days that we also commanded to keep. And this is the last one before the Passover, before the start of the new year, right?
God.
So a little bit about the book of Esther we're about to read is a story about a sister who used her power, used her wealth and her position in society to help fix her people, to redeem her people from the situations that they was in, the potential death that they was facing, right? Even at the hands of adversity, even at the hands of the risk of potentially losing her own life. You know what I'm saying? Before I start, do we got any questions in the room?
Nah, sir.
Everybody, Tawab, if you got any questions online, put them in the chat and I answer them. If not, if everybody Tawab, let's go ahead and get started reading the book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 1. Nakashaf, you reading first.
Okay. All right, this Esther verse 9.
No, chapter 1 and verse 1.
This Esther verse 1 and verse 1.
Chapter 1 and verse 1. Someone across this.
All right, this Esther chapter 1 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now it came to pass in the days of
Ahasuerus.
Ahasuerus, this is Ahasuerus, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia,
Mm-hmm.
over 107 provinces.
So this man had power. He was over 127 provinces, right? He had his hand was reached far. Keep going.
That in those days, when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in
Shushan.
Palace. In the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto his princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media. The nobles and princes of his the provinces, being before him.
So he decided he was going to host a feast, basically, his own feast day for the people who he shared his power with. Keep going.
When he shewed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days, even 180 days.
Mm-hmm.
And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan, the palace, both unto the great and small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace.
Keep going.
Where were white, green, and blue hanging, fastened with cords of fine linen, and purple to silver rings of pillar of marble. The bed was gold and silver, upon a payment of red, blue, and white, and black marble.
So what he was doing is he was flexing his wealth to all of his constituents and to everybody in his kingdom, showing that we really got power, we really got wealth, and we really straight over here. You know what I'm saying? But all that power and that wealth that they acquired was at the hands of Israel, oppressing Israel. Keep going.
And they gave them drink in the vessel of gold, the vessels being diverse from one of another, and royal wine in abundance, according to the state of the king. And the drinking was according to the law.
Mm-hmm.
None did compel. For so the king had appointed to all the officers of his house that they shall do according to every man's pleasure.
He told every man to do according to his pleasure. Go ahead.
Cover. Verse 9. Also, Vashti the queen made a feast for the women in the royal house, which belonged to the king Ahasuerus.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. On the seventh day, when the heart of the king were merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Biztha, Harbona, Bigtha, and Abagtha, Zathar, and Carcass, the seven chambers that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the king.
So these are men that work directly up under the king. Keep going.
To bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal, to shew the people and the princes her beauty.
So he wanted to show off his queen in front of all of his men that was under him, right? The ones that worked directly under him. He got to flex all his wealth and all his riches. Now the goal was to show off his queen so he can see the thing that he got that they can't have. Just to flex. Keep going.
For she was fair to look on. But the queen Vashti refused to come to the king's commandment.
She refused to come to the king. Now, you know, if we look at the modern black woman today, you tell her to come here so I can parade you in front of my friends, she gonna tell you, nigga, stay away from me. I'm not doing that. Although some women will. Some women they disloyal and they trifling. But this woman wasn't our people. This is just a heathen woman. She said, no, you're the most powerful man in the land, 127 provinces. No, I'm not doing it. Go ahead.
It's like some of our women have the audacity to want to be around your friends so she can pick which one friends.
Exactly. She looking for the next come up after you done, after she done with you. Salakia, keep going.
By his chamber. Therefore the king was very wroth, and his anger burnt in him.
Mm-hmm. The king was angry because his wife, the queen, told him, no, I'm not finna be paraded in front of your friends. Keep going.
Verse 13. Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the time, for so was the king mannered towards all that knew law and judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And the next to him was Karshina, Shathar, Agatha,
Mm-hmm.
Tarshish, Marine,
Maris,
Harsina,
mm-hmm.
and Mumukin,
Mm-hmm.
the seven princes of Persia and Media.
So now he got these princes of Persia and Media in front of him, and they seeing this woman disrespect him. This king who got all this wealth, all this power, all of this fine linen, these gold beds, silver, everything being disrespected by his woman. Keep going. This is affront to his authority. Keep going.
Which saw the king's face, and which sat the first in the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to the law? Because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus by the chamber.
They asking, what you want us to do to this disrespectful, disloyal woman who didn't do what you told her to do? Having all that power and all that wealth, all that status, it's expected that you're gonna have some repercussions for people that don't obey you. That's what they was looking for to happen. Keep going.
Verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king, for Prince Vashti, the queen had have not done wrong to the king only.
She didn't only offend the king. Keep going.
but also to all the princes.
But she offended the princes that was in the king's company as well. You were supposed to be, as his wife, she was supposed to do as he commanded, so that he looked stronger in front of the king, as well as, or so that he looked good in front of the princes, but as well as so the princes know that who they associating with, who they serving at the foot of, is also somebody worth being respected the way they feel like he's supposed to be respected. What she did shook their faith in this king. Keep going.
And to all the people that are in the provinces of the king Ashar.
And it also shook the faith of the people that's supposed to be serving him, his citizens, his civilians in his kingdom. Keep going.
Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women.
Now all women gonna see that and they're gonna be like, well, I don't gotta listen to my man. She planted a real seed amongst women. Keep going.
So that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes.
See it? Keep going.
When it shall be reported the king Osiris commanded Vashti, the queen, to be brought in before him, but she came not.
He commanded her after all this happened, after her disobedience, to be brought in before him, but she ain't come. She said, I'm still not gonna do what you want me to do. This is a completely she doing whatever she wanna do type of woman. Keep going.
Likewise,
We call out where we at.
we at Genesis 1 and 10.
Keep going.
Okay. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto the king's princes, which have heard the deed of the queen.
So now the ladies of Persia and of Media gonna say the same thing unto their husbands. Keep going.
This shall there arise too much content and wrath. Verse 19. If it please the king.
Slakia. Knock out. You got a sword on you.
Yeah.
Never mind. Somebody pick up for him. Parak, you pick up for him until he get there.
Verse 18. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Medes say, thus they unto the king's princes, which have heard the deeds of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. Verse 19. If it please the king, let there a royal commandment from him.
Salaki, hold on, brother. Everybody, make sure y'all turn it. Call out where we at.
Come on. It's the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 19.
Pull it up, everybody. Because all y'all going to end up reading. We got 5 chapters to go through. And help the brother if he can't find it. Call it out again.
That month.
Parak.
Chapter 1, verse 19.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. If it please the king, this commandment from him, and let it be written among the law of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before the king. And let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
So now the decree is coming out. The men that's under him are trying to convince the king that we need to go ahead and give her seat of authority to a woman that deserves it. A woman that's going to be obedient to the king and that's going to do what he wants. She don't need to be summoned to the king no more. Is what the men under him is saying. Keep going.
Verse 20. And when the king decree, which he shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great. All the wives shall give to their husbands honor.
This decree is going to demand that all wives, period, in the Persian and Medes Empire are going to give honor to their husbands. From the queen all the way down to the poorest woman. You're not going to dishonor your husband. He say you come here, you're going to come here. He tell you that you're going to be paraded in front of his friends, you're going to be paraded in front of his friends. That was the decree. Keep going.
Both and small. Verse 21. And the same pleased the king and the princes. And the king did according to the words of Memucan? Okay.
So they went ahead and did what the king agreed, and they all did what the king, what his men under him said we should move forward on. Keep going. But just gave advice. So go ahead.
22. For he listened to the king, and to every province according to the writings thereof, and to every people to the which that every man should be should bear rule in his own house.
He said that all men should bear rule in their house over their women, have control over them and everything in their house. There won't be no more disobedience because of the way he was disobeyed. His men, his men was really the backbone for him because he didn't stand up and say this on his own. He was weak. But keep going.
And that it should be published according to the language and every people.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 2, verse, the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 1. After these things, when the book of the king to Cyrus was appeased, he remembered Vashti
He remembered his queen. Keep going.
and what she had done, and what was decreed against her.
All of these decrees were specifically against her. Keep going.
Verse 2. Then said the king's servant that ministered to him, there be 50 young virgins sought for the king.
Now, a virgin is not a woman who didn't have sex. A virgin is a woman who is of marriageable age. She done had her flower, and now she's ready to start courting brothers, right? She's able to have children. Keep going.
Verse 3. And the king to Shishak, the prince.
So now the decree is we about to find all of these fair young ladies, all these young women that's able to be married and able to produce children, and we gonna bring them all to the palace, right? To the king. Keep going.
Kawakan. To the house of the women and to the custody of Hegel, the king's chamberlain, keeper of the women, and let their things be purification be unto them.
So he said, let their things for purification be given unto them. Meaning, if you know about the law, and the law, whenever Israel went to war and we took women from other nations, obviously our sisters, but they was Hellenized. You know what I'm saying? They living amongst the heathen. So like we took our sisters back from them, but we had to prune their nails, trim their hair. A lot of the heathen did that same culture. Historically, if you read throughout the history, a lot of the heathen did the exact same thing. They copied what we would do whenever we captured our women back. Except they would do it with all women because they didn't have laws against heathen sleeping with heathen women. You know what I'm saying, from their perspective. So they was doing the same thing. Bring them to us and make them go through the whole ritual of purification, meaning prune their nails, cut their hair, put them in a potato sack, and humble them. You know what I'm saying? So that whenever it's time for the king to pick, they start over from a clean slate. Imagine you got a piece of paper that's been doodled all over, right? And then you're going to erase everything off of it. Now it's a brand new sheet of paper. That's what they're doing. They're making the women new, cleaning them up, and preparing them to be taken to the king's chamber. You know what I'm saying? To be indoctrinated with his culture. Keep going.
Verse 4. And with the king be queen instead of Vashti. And the thing pleased the king, and he did so.
So the king liked what they was proposing. They said, we're going to bring these women to you. They're going to be great. They're going to be sexy, young. They ain't had no man, or they ain't got no man, whatever. And we're going to make them prepared for you to go ahead and mold them into what you want to be. Because your queen wasn't that. She defied you. She did what she was going to do. She told you, no, I'm not coming to you. And so they said, we're going to bring these women to you. You're going to be able to mold them, and you can be able to pick which one you want, which ones that you want. And it pleased the king. He was with it. Keep going.
Verse 5. Shushan, the palace where the power was a certain Jew.
Now we get into the children of Israel, because again, you got to remember this is the time where we was in captivity to the Persians and the Medes, right? So now there's a certain Jew that we about to read about. Keep going.
His name was Mordecai.
His name was what?
Mordecai.
Remember that name. This brother is very, very important. Keep going.
Son of John. The son of was it Shema?
Keep going.
The son of Kish, a Benjamite.
The brother is a Benjamite. Keep going.
Verse 6, who had been coming run from Jerusalem with the captivity which had been taken from Jericho. What was it?
Jeconiah. Come. The brother Jeconiah was the king over the nation of the southern kingdom. Whenever Nebuchadnezzar, I'm about to read about it, but whenever Nebuchadnezzar came and subjugated Israel. Keep going.
King of Babylon had came. Verse 7. And he brought Hadassah,
hmm
that is Esther.
Her original name was Hadassah, but she was called Esther in this kingdom. Keep going.
For she had neither father nor mother,
hmm
and the maid was far and beautiful. For Mordecai, when her father and her took for his own daughter.
This is his niece. He took her to be his own daughter. He raised her up. This is a righteous brother. He did the law. He held the responsibility that all brothers owe to one another. If a brother dies, his children become your responsibility to take care of. In the law, we got laws about, in the scriptures, like we got laws about the widows. We have to take care of the widows. We have to raise up the children. We got to take care of our brother's inheritance so that they don't go to waste, so that he can have a seed to come up after him to continue on in his legacy, to continue. So he got something to come back to when he's born back in the earth, right? So Mordecai was viewing this sister the same way. This is my brother's daughter. I got to take care of her. I got to provide for her. I got to protect her. And I got to raise her to be righteous. And he did that. Keep going.
So because king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together to Shushan, the palace to the custody of Haggai, that Esther was brought also to the king's house.
So now, out of all these women that these men are going to try to allow the king to mold, they're bringing him to mold to what he wants them to be. The sister Esther was brought up among them as well. Keep going.
To keep verse 9. And the maiden pleased him, and she obtained kindness of him.
She pleased him. He saw her and immediately was in love. Smitten. You know, Israel got the most beautiful women on earth, right? We got all different varieties and flavors. This sister's a Benjamite. I don't know if you know what a Benjamite sister look like, but it's a great variety and a great flavor. You feel me? Baskin Robbins. She the strawberry ice cream. You feel me? Keep going. It says she pleased him though. He saw her and she got kindness from him just from him laying eyes on her, right? Keep going.
And he speedily gave her things of purification.
So immediately it's time to make her purified so I can mold her into the queen that I'm looking for, is what the king was thinking. Keep going.
With such things as belong to her, and things which were meant to be given her from the king's house.
He gave her 7 maidens after her purification, so that she got she got people to tend to her every need. The point of them maidens, those maidens are people of his kingdom. The point of those maidens was to show her how he expected her to be, how to clean her up and smell the way he wanted her to smell, to look how he was expecting for her to look, as far as her attire. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And he prepared her maidens into the best place of the house. Women.
He made sure that she had the best house, the best place in the house of the women. He really was showing this woman favor, this sister some favor. Keep going.
Verse 10. Shall not show her nor her kindred.
He didn't, Salaki. She made sure that she didn't let nobody know that she was an Israelite. She was just another woman that was brought amongst the rest of these women that the king got to choose from. She just happened to be an Israelite, but she didn't let nobody know. Keep going.
For Mordecai had charged her that she should be destroyed.
Why do y'all think Mordecai made sure that she didn't let nobody know who she was or what she was from? Go ahead.
So they wouldn't use that against her?
What you mean?
Like, for her being, since she was in captivity, or since she was an Israelite in captivity, they'll try to use like her laws against her try to use her to get them to her people.
No. Anybody else got an answer? Go ahead.
So other people try to
What you mean?
like she's
Say something to who? No. Anybody else got an answer? Why was it important that Mordecai told her not to let them know who she was, what tribe she was from, or what nation she was from? Right.
Because they might try to despise her or treat her differently.
But she was amongst a bunch of different women. What difference would it have made? He was already in captivity.
All right.
Tanaka, you got your hand up?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, Zabak, you got your hand up? Zabak, why was it important that Mordecai made sure that Esther knew not to tell people what nation and tribe she was from? Read that verse again, Zabak.
Verse 10. Esther had not spared her people
It's about
kindred.
get on the door to I'm welcome back. Go ahead.
For Mordecai had charged her that she should not show it.
Why did Mordecai charge her not to show it? About read it one more time. He was walking. Read it one more time.
Come. Verse 10. Had not shown her people nor her kindred.
She never showed her people or her kindred, meaning she never revealed who she was, like what tribe she was from, or what nation she was from. I got that backwards. What nation she was from and what tribe she was from. Keep going.
For Mordecai had charged her that she should not show it.
Why did he tell her not to show those things?
That's a good question.
Nakashaf, you got your hand up.
Well, so she could blend in
What's the value of her blending in?
because she got laws and stuff that the other heathen women didn't have. So she would she'll be like not like she like she got laws and stuff that the other heathen women didn't have. So like her showing that probably would have detoured them to a woman that don't got no laws, no nothing, because it would have been easy more.
I just want these other songs. So it would because she would shine. She would outshine the other women because she knows how to carry herself.
She already did that. She didn't have to even say nothing to get that. To do that. He saw her and fell in love with her. So imagine, right? We in captivity, right? We on a slave plantation, right? And you specifically, Parak, are the best craftsman, the most skilled blacksmith on the plantation, right? So like y'all, we had technical difficulty. Go ahead, Parak.
Okay. So she can show favor towards her people.
Exactly.
And she can use her influence to help her people. So it'll look like she just helped people.
Do y'all see that? Do y'all understand? Zabak? You don't understand? So the reason why it was important for Mordecai to tell her not to tell nobody who she was, the goal was for her to become the queen, be the king's wife. Show him that he can trust you and he gonna give you power. With that power, what you supposed to do with that power for your people? That's the question, Lil.
You're supposed to go.
If your people are slaves, and you got a chance to bring peace and wealth and prosperity to your people, to give them peace, to loosen the chains of slavery, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to use that power for that, right? Exactly. And that's what the whole point of Mordecai saying, no, don't tell nobody who you are. Don't let nobody know what your lineage is, what tribe you from, because once you get to the seat of power, you'll be able to use that power to free those slaves that they don't care about. They don't know that you one of them. All the king knows is that you a beautiful woman and he wants you, and he willing to do whatever it takes to have you. If he willing to do whatever it takes to have you, why not use that opportunity to free your people? If you with the lottery right now, us in here, you get $1 billion. What are we supposed to do with that?
Help our people.
Exactly. It's the exact same principle. We're supposed to help our people. Keep going. Who's reading? Bro, you gonna finish the chapter and then you're gonna go read again, Nakashaf.
Verse 11. And Mordecai walked for the court of the woman's house to know how to did. And we should recover her.
The brother was so invested, he made sure that he got up out of his bed every day to go check on her. He sees that she got in the house, she got favor. He needs to keep monitoring the situation. He trained her up well, but he still made a point to be there. So she knew that this ain't, I'm just using you so my suffering could be better. I need to make sure that you still safe while you're doing this. I need to make sure you got counsel to lean on. So if he try to try something that you don't know how to respond to, we didn't prepare for, I'm here to give you counsel. He was doing the role of a father. Give me that in the pocket for Kanaka where it says a father loses sleep for the daughter. It's in Ecclesiasticus. I want to say 40 something, but I might be wrong. I know it's in Ecclesiasticus though. I'm paraphrasing. It talks about how a father loses sleep for the daughter. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 42 and verse 9.
The water.
The father walking for the daughter. It's like waking for the daughter.
This brother literally is waking up for his surrogate daughter. Keep going.
When no man knoweth.
Mm-hmm.
And the care for her taketh away sleep.
And his care for her takes away his sleep. He cares about this sister's well-being because he's raising her for his brother. But he's raising her also so that she could feel a purpose for the whole nation because they're in captivity. Keep going.
When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age.
Mm-hmm.
And being married, lest she should be hated.
And he need to make sure that she's loved when she's married to this king. That it? All right, let's go back to Salakia, Barak.
Come. And what should become of her? Verse 12. Now when every turn was come to go into the king's
Ahasuerus.
Mm-hmm. To them she had been 12 months, according to the manner of the women.
She had been with him for 12 months, right? She was doing, it's about to explain it, but she was going through her purification. Since we in, where we at?
We on 12.
First, what chapter? Ezra chapter 2 and verse 12 is where we are. So you can follow along. But, so she had been going through her purification cycle for 12 months, a whole year, right? Keep going.
According to the manner of the women. For so were the days of the purifications accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil and myrrh,
Mm-hmm.
and 6 months with sweet odors, and with other things for the purifying of the women.
Right. So again, she went through the whole 12 months, the whole year of her purification cycle, so that she could be prepared. So they could be prepared to be molded by the king. Again, all of this is so that the king can get a woman that listens to him. That was the whole plan. Keep going.
Verse 13. Thus this came and remained unto the king. Whatsoever she was given to her to go with her out of the house of the women unto the king's house. Verse 14. And in the evening she went, and on the morrow she returned into the second house of the women,
Mm-hmm.
to the custody of Shaashgaz,
Mm-hmm.
the king's chamberlain, which the concubines, she came into the king no more,
So
except the king's delight in her, and that she were called by name.
Right. So until she was summoned, she didn't get allowed to come back to the king. Keep going.
Verse 15. Now in the turn of Esther, the daughter of
Abihail. Mm-hmm.
the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his gift, was come to go in unto the king.
Salaki, real quick. Let me correct myself. I was wrong. This is his cousin, not his niece. Salaki, keep going.
Was required nothing but Haggai, the king's chamberlain, the keeper of the women, appointed. And Esther obtained favor in the sight of all them that looked upon her.
Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. She didn't have to do nothing but just be the Israelite sister that Mordecai raised her to be to gain favor. She didn't have to talk. She didn't have to speak. All she had to do was just present herself. The scripture that we read earlier in the previous chapter, when he saw her, he was smitten with her, and she gained favor in his eyes. She didn't have to say nothing. She didn't have to do nothing. Just being an Israelite woman, the Lord was with her. You know what I'm saying? And by the way that Mordecai raised her to be. That's very important. She wasn't just no freelance woman out here. Mordecai raised her to be a certain way, specifically preparing her for this mission, right? So when she got there, finally to the position that he was planning for her to be in, she did what she was supposed to do. Everything that he trained her to do, and she didn't have to even say a word. And the king was smitten. Keep going.
Verse 15. So Esther was taken unto the king, unto his house well in the 10th, which is in the month of Tebet.
Mm-hmm.
in the 6th year of his reign.
Now, also, when we do the Lashwan Kodash class, when you read about the 10th month, this is where you get that name from. Keep going.
Verse 17. And the king loved Esther above all women.
He loved her above all women. He saw her and was so infatuated with her, he ain't want nothing to do with the rest of them women. They was just there. Keep going.
And she obtained grace in the sight more than all the virgins.
Mm-hmm.
So that he set his royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti.
She was already gonna have the crown on her head from the jump. Once he laid eyes on her, he went through all this for the sake of formality, just to appease his men under him that set all this up. But he already knew where he was going. The Israelite woman is the most beautiful, greatest thing on earth. You know what I'm saying? So once he got to see that, yeah, get his sisters in land. Once he got to see that, experience being around that, the rest of them women, then he wasn't interested no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Israelite women get chosen for all the best, all the degrees that Israelite women have. When they go apply for them jobs against their white counterparts, they end up with them. But that also adds to why Israelite women are the most oppressed in the corporate America world. You know what I'm saying? You hear a whole bunch of stuff about how they deal with prejudice on the job and just being picked at specifically because of who they are, not because of the work that they do, not because of their work ethic. Hold on, not because of the work ethic that they have or they supposedly don't have, but specifically because of who they are. I done seen countless times Black and Hispanic women going to jobs and they doing a damn good job, but somewhere along the way, a white man or a white woman, specifically a white woman, will find something to complain about. To find somewhere where she can accuse that sister of not doing her job well enough. Go ahead, bro.
And plus they sexual harassment
That too.
on jobs.
That too. That's why the workplace is really a dangerous place for our sisters. But because of captivity, they have to do the jobs. But it's our jobs as men to train them up to be able to see the signs and get away from those dangerous situations before it get to that point.
Come.
Keep going.
Come. Verse 18. And the king made a great feast unto all his princes and his servants, even Esther's feast. And he made them a relief to the provinces and gave gifts according to the state of the king. Verse 19. And when the virgins were gathered together the second time, then Mordecai sat in the king's gate. Verse 20.
So this time Mordecai is in the king's gate, meaning he's among the rest of the people, the civilians that's coming to speak to see the king. Keep going.
Verse 19. And when the virgins were gathered together and the second time, then Mordecai sat in the king's gate. Verse 20. Esther had not yet showed her kindred nor her people.
She followed the mission. She still ain't showed who she was, what nation she was from, or what tribe she was from. Right? Keep going.
As Mordecai had charged. For Esther did the commandment Mordecai, like as when she was brought up with him.
He taught her from when she was brought up with him. Since he was raising her, this is the mission, this is the goal. Don't stray from it. And she held on to that the whole way through. Keep going.
Verse 21. In those days, while Mordecai sat in the king's gate, two of the king's chamberlains, Bigthan and Teresh, of those which keep the door, are what?
They was angry. Keep going.
And sought to lay hands on the king at Ahasuerus. Verse 22.
So, real quick. These are two of the king's underlings. These are his men. They was angry with him and was ready to put hands on him. Keep going.
Verse 22. And the thing was known to Mordecai, who told it to Esther to the queen. And Esther certified the king thereof in Mordecai's name.
Now, why was it important that this all happened? What are we seeing right here? Go ahead, young man. You had your hand. You raising your hand. I saw you.
That the king's men went to put hands on the king.
And then what we see happen after that? Read again. It's about our Parak. Slack it, brother. I don't mean to read again, Parak.
Okay. You see.
Verse 21.
Verse 21. And While Mordecai stayed at the king's gate, two of the king's chamberlains, Bigthan and Teresh, of those which kept the door, were wroth, and sought to lay hands on the king and Cyrus.
So they sought to lay hands on the king. They was angry. These are his men. They was angry with him, and they sought to put hands on him. Read the next verse.
Verse 22. And the king was known to Mordecai.
Slack. Read it again.
Verse 22. And the thing.
Stop. Stop. What thing is that, young man? What is the thing?
Thing is
What the last verse just say? What's about to happen? What the men trying to do to the king?
lay hands on it.
So that's the thing, right? Keep going.
And it was known to Mordecai, who told it to Esther the queen.
Now, Mordecai is Esther's cousin, the one who raised her, right? And he found out this is about to happen to the king. And he told it to Esther, the queen, right? Why do you think that's important? Why do you think it's important that all that happened? Exactly. Keep going.
And Esther certified the king thereof in Mordecai's name.
Now, what was the benefit of her being able to do something about it? What's the benefit of that? Somebody trying to hurt your brother, and then you go and tell your brother, and your brother is able to defend himself. What's the benefit of you being able to do that, though?
So the regular king up that you can so do something about it.
How do you benefit from that?
Telling him
Now, that's the right thing to do, but how do you benefit? What do you get from doing that?
and just said like for some people trying to do everything must have told you that.
Right? But say somebody want to hurt one of your brothers, right? And then you tell your brothers about what's about to happen. Your brother's about to die, but you told him. What do you?
What if it was you? What if they were a plan scheming against you and your brother told you about it? How would you feel about that brother?
I feel like you should stay away from him.
But he warned you. When you gain, wouldn't you trust him? You would gain his trust from that? Go ahead, Salih.
Any other brother want to answer the question? Go ahead.
So it sounds a lot on Mordecai. Like get him under the kings, like, okay, you help me, you help me.
But it don't say that he told the king. It don't say that she
Well-
told the king that Mordecai did it. She just did it because Mordecai told her to do it.
I thought it was just Esther certified,
In his name.
yeah.
Right? She did it in his name. But what is the benefit of that? Where does Esther gain? What is who? Say it again.
The king, like, put more trust in her.
Exactly. Give yourself a hand, man. That's do you understand what that said? You understand what he just said? By telling the king what was about to happen, Esther got way more trust from the king, which means she got more power with the king. She got more sway, more control over the fate of her people now. You get what I'm saying? Now, if somebody was trying to come unalive one of your brothers, or somebody was trying to come unalive you, and the brother come and tell you what's about to happen, now you're gonna trust that brother a lot more now because he let you know, right? That's the same thing that was just happening right there. Keep going.
Verse 23. And when the inquisition was made of the matter, it was found out, for they were both hanged on a tree.
You see, the king was able to defend himself, and he hung them on a tree. Keep going.
And it was written in the book of the Chronicles before the
And
king.
you can read about that in the book of Chronicles. All right, let me get another reader. Who? Nakasha? No. Mamashla. It's your turn. We're gonna read Esther chapter 3 and verse 1.
Esther chapter 3, verse 1. After these things did the king Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha,
Mhm.
the Agagite,
Right? So this is Haman, right? Now we're about to read about arguably the most hatingest nigga in the Bible, Salakia. The most hatingest man in the Bible. I'm talking about, imagine you got ops and learn in young brother terms. Imagine you got ops. Now imagine the ops that just he can't even stand the fact that you breathing. And he gonna do everything he can to stop you from breathing. This is a hater. You feel me? You woke up today, the sun was shining. He's mad because the sun shining in your room. You got light, sunlight rays hitting your face as you wake up. He's hating on that. He's mad about that. This is the world's biggest hater. You feel me? Next to, I won't even call Judas a hater. This nigga is the world's biggest hater. All right, keep that in mind. Keep going.
and advancing, and set his seat above all princes that were with him. Verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and
Reverenced
reverenced Haman
Haman.
or Haman.
They all bowed to Haman and reverenced him. The king gave him authority, and he felt like he was the greatest thing on earth because he got authority from a king who rules over 127 provinces. This king has real power in the earth at this time. His kingdom they already the ruling superpower. Imagine the state of Israel ruling all of the earth now. That was the Persians and the Medes then, right? Just like Egypt at one point did, then Babylon did, and then after this you got Greece, and then ultimately you end up with Rome. All of them at some point ruled the whole known earth. They was the superpower in the earth. That's what this king represents. He gave Haman authority. So Haman felt like he couldn't be touched. He was he was him. Keep going.
And reverenced Haman, for the king had so commanded concerning him.
Sulaki,
So like where we at?
call it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting my phone to pull it up.
Esther chapter 3, verse 2.
Start from the top of that chapter or that verse. I mean, Sulaki.
And all the king's servants that were
Sulaki. Make sure the sister there first.
yeah.
Lie. You said Esther 3:2? God, I got it.
And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman, for the king has so commanded concerning him.
Mhm.
But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence.
Now keep that in mind. Mordecai is the one person out of everybody who was in the king's gate. Remember, Mordecai was amongst the civilians to come and see this man Haman, get all this power from the king. And everybody bowed to him except for Mordecai. That's gonna become very, very important. Keep going. That's the plot of the side plot of the whole movie now. Keep going.
Verse 3. The king's servants which were in the king's gate said unto Mordecai, why transgressest thou the king's commandment?
He said, why are you transgressing the king's commandment? The king commanded that all of us are to bow to this man, to Haman, and you ain't bowed to him. Why? Keep going.
Verse 4. Now it came to pass that they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them.
So for days they kept coming to him and asking him, "What's going on? Why are you not bowing to the king or to the king's appointed man, unto Haman? Why do you not bow to this man?" Keep going. This is for days they doing this. They questioning this. Keep
And
going.
they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matter would stand, for he had told them that he was a Jew.
He told them what?
For he had told them that he was a Jew.
He told them that he was an Israelite. Now, what you were saying before about him revealing who he was and getting treated a certain way, now that comes into play. Before it didn't matter because Esther was already chosen by the king. But now we're talking about her husband, Mordecai. Him being a Jew and having the nerve to defy who the king chose to be anointed, that was a problem. And Haman couldn't stand for that. Keep going.
Verse 5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath.
You got to understand, at this point, Israel, they damn near slaves. This man had the nerve to not bow to me. I'm the number 2 to the most powerful man on earth right now. And you ain't gonna bow to me? Keep going.
Verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone.
And he thought to kill Mordecai. It's like unalive Mordecai. Keep going.
For they had showed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus,
Keep going.
even the people of Mordecai.
Now, because Mordecai wouldn't bow to him, now it's not just about, I need you to bow to me. I need you to bow to me, or I'm going to unalive you and all of your people. Right? Who got an apocrypha in here? I need, where is it? Second Maccabees, or is it First Maccabees 7? Give me the story about, what's the brother name? Not Mattathias.
Who you trying to go?
The old brother who wouldn't eat the unclean meat or even pretend to eat the unclean meat to show the brothers under him and the people that was after him how to serve the Lord regardless of whatever happened. What's his name? It's in the Apocrypha. Eleazar. His name is Eleazar. Look up Eleazar in the Apocrypha. It's chapter 7. It's I believe it's Second Maccabees chapter 7. But this is important though. Who was reading? Mamashla, reread that verse again until the brothers find it.
Verse 6. And he thought to scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had showed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even the people of Mordecai.
He wanted to kill all the people of Mordecai. Did one of y'all find that verse? Or the story I'm talking about? If not, I'll paraphrase it. I'm just paraphrase it for time's sake, right? So in that story about Eleazar, it's a story about a brother. He was an older brother, and he refused to eat swine's flesh, or it says unclean meat specifically. And the heathen, or it's like the heathen told him, it said, at least pretend to eat it. If you don't, the king gonna unalive you. And that brother was willing to throw his whole life away to show the next generation that we not ever gonna bend the knee to the heathen, right? Mordecai was on the same stuff. Mordecai was willing to die if he had to for his people. He raised up Esther for a purpose. The purpose was so that Esther could be the saving grace for his people, even if it meant the expense of his own life. We're gonna read that. Keep reading, Mamash. I really want you to read that for y'all, man. Thursday, I'm gonna get that story. One of y'all got that? You got it? Go ahead.
The book of Second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of the well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh.
He refused. This is an older brother who set out. He was set on a path, and he wasn't going to stray from it. He was going to serve the Most High, and he was going to be an example to his people on what it really means to serve the Lord, no matter what. And he wasn't coming up off of it. Keep going.
Verse 19. But he chose to die gloriously.
He chose what?
To die gloriously.
He'd rather die gloriously than serve the heathen, than to bend the knee to the heathen. Keep going.
Than to live slave with such abomination.
See?
Speaking forth. And it came of his own accord to the torment. Verse 20. As it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life.
It didn't matter. So like it didn't matter for love of life. The love of life obviously meaning the desire not to die. That don't matter. I'm not gonna put this unclean meat in my mouth. I'm not doing it because the Lord commanded that we don't do it. This is his mindset. Keep going.
Verse 21.
Call out where you at. Call out where you at so brothers can follow. That's right.
Maccabees chapter 6, verse 21. But they that had
You young brothers need to be paying attention. Don't go to sleep. When you hear the verses come out, follow. Pay attention. Call it out again.
Come on. The book is 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 21.
All Akim and Aquab had.
To all Akim and Aquab had.
Come.
So you say to come in.
Come.
You know, man, oh, you need help.
He don't have apocrypha.
And how's he gonna follow?
Do we have an apocrypha in here?
Oh,
Yeah,
praise
one.
God. Look out for him. Paying attention. Not attention for no reason. Get them out. Even if you have to share somebody by. It's his class. Is everybody there? Young men, I'm talking to you, the troopers. Young men, are you there?
I only heard one response.
Right, y'all, make sure every one of them is where you're at before we start teaching.
Come. Barak, call out where we at again.
Come on. The book is 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 21.
All y'all got cell phones. Are all y'all there?
Come on.
Young men?
16.
Shabashwan, help the brother get there.
Come on.
Priests,
Here's a pocket form right here.
y'all priests help these young brothers out.
Usually.
Try down, Dre.
So I'm watching you there.
Y'all two share. Young man. Oh, yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Everybody there.
I got a hair on the was starting right there.
Everybody there?
Come.
Sisters, y'all there? Go ahead.
The book is Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 21. But they that had the charge of the for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, him to bring food to his own provision.
He chose to bring flesh of his own provision because they was eating unclean meats and he refused to do it. So he brought his own meat, clean, lawful meat. Keep going.
Which was lawful for him to do.
Keep going.
And as if he ate it, since taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king.
So they wanted him to fake like the lawful meat was unlawful meat for the king's pleasure, just to satiate the king, because he wanted everybody to partake in this unlawful meat. But he said he's not doing it. Keep going.
Verse 22. That is so he might be delivered from me. And on the
Read that again.
22. That is so doing that he might be delivered from me.
Why didn't they want him? Why did they want him to pretend like he was eating the unlawful meat? I know y'all paying attention. Go ahead.
So he won't now to
That's why he wouldn't do it. But why did they want him to pretend like he was eating the unlawful meat? Read it again.
Come. Verse 22. That is so he might be delivered from me.
Why didn't he want to? Why did they want him to pretend like he was eating the unlawful meat? Give him a hand. So he wouldn't die. That exact same thing right there, that same spirit is the exact same spirit that Mordecai had. Even though he wanted, Haman wanted Mordecai to bend the knee, Mordecai wouldn't bend the knee. He didn't care about facing death. He didn't care about the threat. And the same thing is true about Eleazar. Keep going.
Come. And for the old friendship with them find favor.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. But he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years. For the honor of his great head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by God. Therefore, he answered accordingly.
All of what he just read was saying that because he was raised this way, he wasn't going to stray from the way he was raised. As a children that's raised by brothers in his truth, you're not supposed to stray from the truth. No matter what threats, whatever potential gain that you might get from it, you don't never stray from the truth.
I could, Carl, so I can. What do Israelites know, especially in the Apocrypha? What do Israelites know, which is the basis why they don't fear death? So to you young men, if you know the Bible, why do you not fear death? Just like those sons that was with the mother, they got boiled in a pot by some Greeks because they would not eat pork. What did they know? What did the disciples know? What did Eleazar know? Young man or here's what I'm gonna give y'all this. Because you have to understand this, and you'll always see this in the Bible. Brothers and sisters that understand the Bible know that you'll be back.
Do y'all understand what he just said? What does that mean, young man? Give him a hand.
Because be quiet.
Hey, give Austin a shocking hand too. He gonna bring out the scholar in y'all. You feel me? But that's exactly the point. We don't fear death in the truth because we know we're gonna come back. The Lord is with us, and as long as we die serving Him, we're gonna come back, and Lord willing, to a better state than what we died in. We might be in captivity right now, but He might bring us back into greatness. You know what I'm saying? Because we stayed the path, we stayed the way. You know what I'm saying? Everything you're doing in this truth now is for the crown that you're gonna get later on. Where we at? Keep going. Who read? Go ahead.
And when they pray, Luke 24, how becoming not a and aim to this physical persons might think these are being forced 40 years by we're now going to straight to a strange religion.
It was so important to him that he didn't eat the unclean meat that he didn't want people to believe that he even possibly could have went to a strange religion, because he was raised, like it said, all what he said earlier was to be in the truth, follow the law, statutes, commandments, and never stray from it. And he, in his old years, till the day he died, decided that I'm not going to stray from that path, and I don't want people to ever think that I did. Is what he's saying. Imagine you know how to be in the truth forever, right? So long. How long? 40 years now? About 40 years? And then he just up and just leave. Up and just leave the truth. Could you even wrap your mind around that? Exactly. And he would never do that because he would never want us to even think that he forgot, he forsook what he was taught, that he just spent 40 years teaching all of us. That's the same thing with Eleazar right here. When y'all had your hand up, go ahead.
Because you're saying that he didn't want the younger men to see him at such an old age. Because exactly like you were saying, it probably deter them to leave the truth or to eat swine's flesh. He made an example.
Exactly. He was what we call a martyr. He's gonna say that. Keep reading. We got to get back to Esther.
Come on. Verse 25. And so they through mind hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer should be deceived by me. And I get a strain to my old age.
Real quick. Read that first part of that again.
Come. Verse 25. And so they, through my hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me.
His desire was to not be a hypocrite in front of his people. If he was a hypocrite in front of his people, he would become a what? This is really for the officers. Go ahead, Parag.
He'll become a liar, a bad example.
That, but what else? Let's start with an S.
A sin.
No. He's supposed to be setting an example for the brothers that's after him. But if they see him eat the swine's flesh, what does he become to them?
Stumbling block.
Give him a hand.
Right.
He becomes a stumbling block. His desire was to not become a stumbling block. He wanted the men that was following after him to have a real righteous example to follow after, even until his death, so that they would choose the exact same thing. He couldn't fake it because it would hurt his brother's view of the truth. They would find reason in a way. They would see that their survival, their love of life, meant that they could break the law. And our God is not a God of compromise. That's Islam, right? Even up to death, you still have to do this, no matter what. Keep going.
And I get a thing to my old age, and make an abomination, abominable. Verse 24. For through,
Verse 26.
it's like verse 26. For the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men. Yet should I not escape the hands of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead.
Read that part. Read that verse again.
Verse 26. For through the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men. Yet should I not escape the hands of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead.
Y'all understand, young men, what that's actually saying? What that verse is saying? I want it from somebody other than O. Read again, Barak. Pay attention.
26. For through the present time should be delivered from the punishment of men.
Real quick, that's saying though, through the present time, if I pretend to eat the unlawful meat right now, I'll be delivered from the men. Again, these men are trying to do what to him? They're trying to kill him. But he's saying that if I pretend to eat the meat right now, they won't kill me, right? Keep going.
Should I not escape the hand of the Almighty?
But who's gonna still punish me if I do that? Give yourselves a hand. The Lord is gonna punish us if we pretend to abstain from all appearances of evil. The Lord is gonna punish us if we pretend to serve the heathen. You can't even fake it. You're either in the truth or you're not. You can't be lukewarm. I should have you pull that, but go ahead, pull that.
Well, okay. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22. Abstain from all appearance of evil.
Why is it important for you to abstain from all appearance of evil? We just read it.
So you want to get punished by God.
Exactly. That's the whole point. You want to serve the Most High all the way in truth. Don't even fake like you not serving Him, because you will be judged for it. You will be punished for it. Because you know what you're doing when you do that? If I got this menorah lit with a whole bunch of candles on it, right? And it's a light, and I put it up under here, who can see the light? Nobody. One of y'all is supposed to answer, but you're right. Nobody can see the light. Your job in the truth is to be a light for everybody, right? Everybody that you know, your friends, your family, your desire, our heart's prayer and desires for everybody we know to come into the truth, right?
Right.
All of our brothers and sisters, right? Yes? So how they gonna do that if you hiding your light? That's the whole point that's being made right here. Keep reading. Read that verse again.
Verse 26.
Wait, who's reading? You? Salaki, my bad. You.
I didn't know which one you wanted. Thessalonians. Or...
Read Thessalonians again.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22. Abstain from all appearance of evil.
Exactly. You hide in your light when you choose to appear evil. Don't even fake it. That's why Eleazar was so staunch about what he was saying. And that's where Paul gets the idea from. It's from this story right here. Appearing of evil, you still gonna get judged by the Lord. And that's not worth the life that you're saving. Go ahead, sis.
You said there was 1 Thessalonians 5:22, right?
God, sis.
Okay, go on.
It ain't worth the life that you're trying to save. Keep going, Barak.
Come.
Mamasha, you still holding Esther, right? All right.
Yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 27. Wherefore now, manfully changing his life, I will shew myself such one as my age required.
He's going to show himself as one whose age requires. Nashak is our camp leader. He's spiritually the oldest brother in the school in Nashville, right? Would you imagine him eating pork? Could you imagine it? Let's say he did it, and you knew in the school, y'all, you a young man, y'all, and y'all see hypocrisy in him. Y'all gonna stay here? You gonna stay here? You gonna stay here, else? Why?
You said it bad.
Exactly. Let's drop this. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Y'all in class, I see. All right, let's go back to Esther. We gotta wrap this up. We run out of time. Salaki. We still got 2 more chapters. Yeah, we gotta read through 5.
Esther chapter 3, verse 7. In the
Oh, y'all can not watch.
Akim and Akwakim have it. In the first month, that is, the month Nisan, in the 12th year of the king Ahasuerus, they cast her, that is, the lot, before Haman from day to day, and from month.
Salaki, hold on. What's on Christ? You know where you're looking?
Esther chapter 3, verse
Tell-
8.
Show them where you're pointing. Point to where you need to be looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got it? Go ahead. Good job.
Esther chapter 3, verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus,
Mhm.
there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom.
So now he's letting the king know that there's a group of people, a specific group of people amongst all the people in all your provinces. Remember, he got a huge kingdom. He's over 127 provinces. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of different small individual kingdoms that he ruled over all of. Keep going.
And their laws are diverse from all people.
But these people different. They're not like the rest of the people. Keep going.
Neither keep they the king's laws, therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
They don't keep your laws, so there ain't no reason for us to even let them be alive. Allow them to live. We need to get rid of them. Haman is already, you seeing signs of the hate in this man. He's a hater. All right. And he's hating so bad because these people, they got the gall to do what he's too weak to even try to do. It would never been the need of king, but he will. He's happy where he at being second fiddle. But Israelites, we desire and we are owed rulership of the earth because our God commanded that we have it. Keep going.
Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business.
He gonna pay 10,000 hands of talents of silver to whoever takes care of this problem, who eliminates these Israelites. Keep going.
To bring it into the king's treasury.
This is ice right here in the Bible.
Right.
He's paying people to come and destroy God's chosen people. This is literally ice that we're reading about. Read it again.
If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that has the charge of the business.
Keep going.
To bring it into the king's treasury.
So imagine Trump got his number 2 guy telling him, look, if you want these Mexicans gone, nigga, we can get rid of them. You just gotta let me get the funds and I'll pay men to make it happen for you if it please you. This is what Haman is on. He's this ice in the Bible right here. This is the oppression of our brothers and sisters happening in real time in the Bible that's happening right now in America today. Keep going.
Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it to Haman, the son of.
Work through it. You got it. Work through it.
Hamadatha.
Mm-hmm.
The Agite, the Jews' enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee.
The king said, I'm gonna give you the money that you need to do this. Pay them people. Keep going.
The people also to do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
Do whatever they want. Don't that sound just like ICE? They paying these white supremacists and even some of our own people to pull us over, drag us out of cars, throw us in these concentration camps and separate families. I put a story up, I believe it was last year when all this ICE stuff first started, about a young sister. She was 10 years old, just had brain cancer surgery. She was in recovery. ICE came and took her out of recovery from having brain. Who is she a threat to? The notion, the selling point is that these are gang members, rapists, Slovakia, and drug dealers. People that's and you know the average white person will say they're using all of our resources. Whatever. This is a 10-year-old girl. Who is she a threat to? Who is she a danger to? I'm sure she ain't a gangbanger in that hospital bed with half her brain gone, but they took her anyway. Because it ain't about how much of a danger and a threat you are to them on a physical level, but on a spiritual level, it is.
Good. They even more evil now. Back then in these scriptures, they got paid silver, right?
Yeah, come on.
ISIS ain't getting no paycheck.
Nope.
They doing it for free.
Again, stupidly. It's like it. Go ahead, bro.
Doing the work of IOUs.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally, real quick about the sidebar about that, right? I heard, I don't know how true it is, but I heard that they was promised X amount of dollars on a sign-on bonus, right? And every however much time frame of them doing the job, they would get another bonus. It's coming up on them being owed the second bonus, and they still ain't got the first one. Good.
I was gonna say something real quick. Imagine you being a Hispanic or a black person going against your people
Mhm.
for money and you don't even get it. You know what I'm saying?
Now imagine,
That's
real quick, imagine you are Eleazar and they're telling you to eat this unlawful meat or pretend to eat this unlawful meat, and you do it, and they still kill you anyway.
that.
Good.
Hey, and plus on just piggyback on that, they said that you have to go the full extent. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to pay you that upfront money until the end.
I said, I
And
didn't
if
even
you
hear
quit
that.
before the end, the contract's void.
So you done oppressed your people, you sold out your people for literally nothing. It's like
The hell in the end.
The end
exactly. You think so? How long is your term to serve with ICE until we get rid of all of the illegal immigrants? All of the Mexicans got to go. The Venezuelans, the Colombians, they all got to go. Well, we don't know when that's going to be, so you're just going to keep working, and we'll pay you at the end of it. When we got them all, we'll let you know. Just keep going.
Yeah, can't just make up numbers.
Exactly. Keep going. Oh, Salaki, good, sis.
So like, is that kind of like how they was doing when the government shut down and all the people who was working at like TSA and they weren't even getting paid and they were still making them come to work and telling them that we gonna back pay you. And they still ain't back paid those people for all those months they worked without any checks over at like TSA. And now they just paying them for what they're working now, but all that stuff they still owe them from when the government was shut down.
Exactly. We're seeing a trend here, right? We're seeing America abuse the faith of the people's and the people's faith in the government. They believe that the government is going to hold up their end of the deal. But you're talking about a group of people who made 500 odd treaties with the natural people of this land and broke every single one. And now you're gonna go work for them and expect and you one of us. That's what make it worse. Like with the white people, I understand they not what's the word, naivety. I understand them being stupid blind to the fact, but you talking about naivete, the water. But you talking about brothers and brothers that know, that done seen the laws, the treaties be broken and the effects of that. They know about the Trail of Tears. They know about Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Tuskegee experiments. They know about all that, but they still choosing to have faith in the enemy, in the oppressor, as opposed to faith in the Most High. There's a precept on that, but we ain't gonna pull it. When y'all had y'all hand it, good.
So like I was about to say, all we took was throwing money in their face.
Exactly. There's a precept for that too. It's like keep reading.
Verse 12. They were the king's scribes.
So like Thursday, I'm gonna give y'all all these precepts. I'm thinking. Go ahead, keep reading.
They were the king's scribes. Caught on their 13th day of the first month. And they were written according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people of every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language in the name of King Ahasuerus was it written, and sealed with the king's ring.
So, according to the king's decree, no matter where y'all was at, if you was an Israelite, your life was now officially in danger, just like ice. Keep going.
Verse 13. And the letters were sent by post into all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to cause perish all Jews.
All of who?
All Jews.
All Jews. Everybody who's Israelite born, your life is officially in danger. We're living in that time right now. You're seeing the effects of this currently happening. Our brothers and sisters that choose to band together, we small in number. But the Lord is with us. It ain't about numbers. It ain't about how much power the enemy got. As long as we stay the path, the Lord gonna deliver us from this. But you're talking about people who are already in captivity and they don't have that level of faith. They don't know to have that level of faith. But you got a brother like Mordecai who's trying to instill that in them. It's heavy. Keep going.
both young and old, little children and women. And one day, even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month Adar, and to take the spoil of them for a prey.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14, the copy of the writing for a commandment to be given in every province was published unto all people,
So now it's an official law. Keep going.
that they should be ready against that day. Verse 15, the post went out, being hastened by the king's commandment.
Now this is in the news. It's being hastened by the king's commandment. Now this is in the news. Keep going. It's all over social media now. Keep going.
And the decree was given in Shushan, the palace. And the king and Haman sat down to drink, but the city Shushan was perplexed.
The people in the city was perplexed. Y'all know. Give me the definition perplexed.
Oh.
Okay, you already on it. Go ahead.
I got the definition of perplexity.
I need perplexed.
Okay. Right here.
Go ahead.
Perplexed, completely baffled, very puzzled.
That's it.
Come.
That's the definition. The people in the city of Shushan was complete. They was confused about what was going on. Keep going. We're in chapter 4. I need a different reader.
Come, I read.
Good.
Come.
Oh no. One of y'all young men finna read. Matter of fact, you've been quiet. I want you to read. Where we at?
That's what.
Call it out. No, call out the whole book, chapter and verse where we at.
Sit up and read.
Look, hold it up. You need to project your voice so everybody can hear you read. Call out where we at.
Chapter 4.
What book we in?
Esther.
Chapter 4, verse 1.
All Akim. Repeat after me. All Akim and Akwathian. There.
Yeah.
Go ahead, read.
When what?
You gotta read loud.
When water.
Louder.
So the Bible up.
Go ahead.
When Mordecai read all that were done,
He perceived all that was done. Keep going.
Mordecai rent his clothes.
Meaning he ripped his clothes off. Keep going.
And put on sackcloth with ash and
He put on, hold on, wait, slow down. So when you're reading, you see that comma, that means you got to take a little pause, right? He said he put on sackcloth with ashes. He rent his clothes. He heard about what was about to happen to his people. He saw the law. He heard the decree. Imagine you scrolling on social media, you see kill all blacks and Hispanics. You're going to start stressing out. The brother, he ripped his clothes off, put on a potato sack, and covered his head with ashes. That's a custom for what we do during times of grief and suffering, right? To appease, it's like to humble ourselves to gain protection from the Lord. Even in our affliction, even though we suffering, even though he was a slave at this time, in captivity rather at this time, he still felt the need to humble himself further to get the Lord's protection. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
God.
Keep going. Oh, slack.
The question up.
My answer to
What was your question?
Panda.
I was gonna ask what cloth with ashes meant that you said.
Yeah, the sackcloth is like a potato sack. And then the ashes, like I said, it's customary to put ashes on top of our head to show that humility to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Normally we do it when we during the time of mourning, according to the scriptures. But also it's just a time of grief in general. And this is a grieving time for all of Israel. Because the decrees went out that we supposed to all be put to death. So this is a terrible, terrible time to be an Israelite. Keep reading. Zabak, you got a light on.
No,
Oh, okay, come on, Salaki.
see.
You good, Salaki.
and went out into the midst of the city.
Sit up when you read, man. You gotta read louder.
And went out to the midst of the city and cried with a loud and a bitter cry.
So he's crying out to the Lord because of the plight that's about to befall his people. Keep going.
Verse 2. It came even before the king gate, for no might
Read that
enter
part again.
into the-
Hold on. Read that part again.
for
Before-
none might
Go.
enter into the king gate clothed with sackcloth.
Nobody is supposed to come in there dressed in a potato sack, but he did it anyway. Keep going.
Verse 3. And in every pr-
Province.
province with their soever
Mm-hmm.
the king commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews.
Mourning.
The mourning,
There was great mourning among the Jews.
great mourning among the Jews.
Meaning, so all the Israelites was they was stressed and they was in fear because they knew that a decree from the king came out, basically a law from the king came out saying that all of us are about to die. They're actively hunting us down. Keep going.
And fishing and weeping and willing and many lay in sackcloth and ashes.
So all of the rest of the children of Israel saw what Mordecai did to attempt to appease the Lord and gain favor with him, and they did the same. They put on sackcloth and they put ashes on their head. Keep going.
So
Esther.
Esther made and her Chamberlain came and told it her.
They came and told her what was going on. Right? Keep going.
Then was the queen
Exceedingly.
grieved
I mean, she was very, very grieved. Why was she grieved? Why was Esther grieving?
because that was her baby.
Exactly. Keep going.
Good enough.
And she sent remnants to close Mordecai
Mm-hmm.
and to take away his sackcloth from him.
So she found out that Mordecai was doing this, that he ripped off his clothes and put on this potato sack. And so she sent him clothes to take the sackcloth away from him. She didn't want him to put herself on a public display like that. She had respect for the man that raised her.
Right.
Regardless of what the plight was, it hurt her to see him that way. Keep going.
But he received it not.
But he wouldn't take it. This is where I was making the comparison to him and Eleazar. Because Eleazar wouldn't eat the unclean meat. He wouldn't pretend to do it, even at the cost of his life. Mordecai was on the same spiritual level. You know what I'm saying? He was going to wear the sackcloth and he was going to be an example for his people. This is how we appease the Lord, how we appeal to him. We got to humble ourselves. And no matter what they want to do, no matter who wants to stop it, we cannot stop it. You in this truth, especially if you're young, no matter what your people around you say, your classmates, the people that call themselves your friends, no matter what they say about the life that you live and the changes that you make to your life, you got to stay the path. You're going to suffer. It's going to suck sometimes. It ain't going to be always fun. It ain't always laughs and jokes. But you working towards something that's forever. The laughs and jokes is fun right now until one of them niggas end up dead, or they end up juvenile, or end up in jail, or in prison. Now you can't laugh and joke. Now the laughs and jokes is gone. Now you said. Now you heard it. That too is what being in the truth. You have to decide in yourself that you're going to be strong. You're going to be a soldier, and you're going to stand for the Lord before anything else, no matter what. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
Keep going.
Verse 5. And called Easter and
Esther.
Esther and Hesed, one of the king's chamberlain who he had appointed to attend upon her,
Mm-hmm.
and gave him a commandment
A commandment.
to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was.
Keep going.
Verse 6. For Hesed went forth to Mordecai upon the street of the city, which was before the king gate.
So Hatak went forth to Mordecai. He went to go meet Mordecai. Keep going.
7. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened upon him, and of the sum of the money that
Haman.
Haman had promised to pay, and to the king treasure for the Jews to destroy them.
So Mordecai went ahead and told him exactly why he was grieving. Why are you in front of the king's gate dressed in this sackcloth and got these ashes on your head? And you got all the rest of your people now following suit doing the same thing. And he told him, man, they trying to kill us. I'm trying to prevent this from happening the best way I know how, and that's to appease to the Most High. Keep going.
8. Also, he gave him a copy of the writing to the priest that.
Read that again. You just read that one more time.
Also, he gave him a copy of the writing to the other the priest that was given at
Shushan
to destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
Since you went up until
Esther,
go and unto the king.
No, go back. To show it unto Esther.
To show it to Esther, and to declare it unto her.
He wanted to show Esther what it is, because again, remember, Esther is she's trying to put clothes on her cousin, try to get him to cover himself up. Again, it's hurting her to see him do this to himself. She didn't understand what exactly it was that he was experiencing out there, because she's in the palace, she's the queen. So he made sure that she got the decree that was sent out to destroy her people. Keep going.
Also, he gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given at the Shushan to destroy them, to shoot it unto each Esther, and disgrace it unto her.
And to what?
And to declare it unto her.
Keep going.
And to change her.
And to charge.
To charge her that she should go and unto the king.
Mm-hmm.
To make supplication unto him.
To make supplication unto him, meaning to attempt to appease him. Keep going.
And to make request before him for her people.
Now we're seeing Esther realize the mission. She's attempting to realize the entire mission that Mordecai raised her up to achieve, to protect and free her, ultimately free her people from this bondage that they're under. But now her people is in a way more dire situation than she even understood to begin with. They're talking about unaliving all of her people. Now she sees this. Now the job is on her to try to stop this from happening, to change the king's mind. Keep going.
10. Again.
You're on 9.
9. And Hataka came and told Esther the word of Mordecai.
Right. So he told Esther what Mordecai had said, the whole situation. He gave her the whole rundown and what her new mission is. Keep going.
And Esther spoke unto Hatak and gave him commandments to Mordecai.
So now Esther responded and gave orders to Mordecai on what to do. Keep going.
All the king's servants, Sabbath and the people of the king promises. Do know that whosoever, whatever man or woman shall come unto the king and to the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of to put him to death.
So anybody who comes before the king that wasn't summoned by the king or wasn't summoned by the king will get put to death. Keep going.
Expect such to whom the king shall hold out the golden
scepter
that he may live.
Okay.
but I have not been called to come unto the king these 30, 30, 30 days.
These 30 days. All right, we're gonna swap readers. Young man, you're gonna read now, okay? You know where we at? Call it out.
Esther chapter 12,
La. Chapter 4.
chapter 4, verse 12.
Make sure you read loud.
They told to Mordecai Esther words. 13. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not what they show that thou escape in the king's house
That thou should escape in the king's house. Keep going.
more than all the Jews.
So what he was saying is don't think that just because you're in the king's house means you're gonna escape this suffering. Keep going.
14. For it thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and the deliverance arise to the Jews for another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed.
Said thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. If you hold your peace at this time, if you don't say nothing about what's about to happen, you might prosper, but all of our people are going to be destroyed. Keep going.
And who knoweth whether they art came to the kingdom for such a time as this?
Keep going.
Come to the kingdom for such a time as this. 15. Then Esther bade them return Mordecai this answer.
She told them to go back respond this to Mordecai. Keep going.
16. Go gather together all the Jews that are present in the Shushan.
She's telling them to go gather all of the Israelites that's present in Shushan. She's about to give them an answer to the problem they're dealing with. She's about to tell them exactly what to do. Keep going.
And fast ye for me.
She said, what?
And fast ye for me.
She said to fast. Now, customarily, whenever we face affliction, not only do we put a potato sack on and put ashes on our head, but we also fast. We fully afflict ourselves to gain favor and protection from the Lord, especially when we've been doing wrong. We don't have a right to, what's the opposite of humility? Pride. We don't have a right to pride. We have to be full blown humble. You've been messing up. You want the Lord to have favor and to have mercy on you. You got to humble yourself as low as possible. And that's what she's telling them to do. Keep going.
And neither eat nor drink 3 days, night nor day.
Mm-hmm.
I also and my maidens will fast likewise.
And see now she's saying that not only am I asking y'all to do this to fast like this, I'm gonna fast with y'all. We together are gonna fast. And a thing that I've been pushing on my social media, it comes straight from the Bible. We are strong because we together. Because she has this potential, this position of power and authority in this kingdom, and this example to all the rest of her people who know she's an Israelite. She's showing that even though y'all doing it, I'm not above y'all. Even though I'm in the king's palace, I'm gonna do this with y'all. She's giving them spiritual strength. She's helping them develop spiritual strength. She's giving them example. Keep going.
And so I will go into the king, which is not according to the law, and I will, and if I perish, I perish.
You read it again. She said, now real quick, the law says anybody who comes to the king and he don't point his scepter at you, you flat out getting put to death. She said, I'm gonna come to the king and what?
And if I perish, I perish.
And if I perish, I perish. So this is a sign that Mordecai raised her the right way. The same way Mordecai was about his people fasting and begging the Lord for mercy and favor and protection during this time. She got the exact same spirit. If I die, I die. I'm doing it for y'all. That's why I was trained. That's why I was raised to reach this position in this kingdom so that I can protect y'all. That's our job in the truth. We're doing this work so that our people out there, them people down there with them motorcycles that take up the whole parking lot and inconvenience people that could potentially come in here, we're doing this for them. And they don't even appreciate it. They don't know that we're doing it for them. But that's our job in here. This is what you signed up for when you started coming to class. It's to be a martyr for your people, to sacrifice your time, your Saturdays, even some of your money, so that you can help fix your people. Even if it's just 1 or 2 out of the whole 100 that be down there. It don't matter. And that's what she was on. Keep going.
17. So Mordecai went into his way, and did according all that Easter is commanded him.
According to all that Esther commanded him. Who got the announcements?
I got one.
Anybody got any questions about what we read so far today? We're going to finish the rest of it tomorrow. Young man, what is the point of what Esther's mission is? So far, based on all we read, I want one of y'all young men to tell me. No, young men. I want one of y'all to tell me, what is the point of Esther's mission? Why?
Cause the king is trying to steal him.
Give him the horn. That's the point. Esther, and also Esther is a great example to all the sisters in Israel as well. She had status, wealth, power, and favor with the man that rules the land. And instead of being selfish and thinking about the bag and thinking about the weave and the nails and all that crap, she was focused on her people. There's 2 ways that you can be a sister. You can be selfish, or you can care about your people above everything else.
Right.
When you care about your people above everything else, you see what came to her: all the wealth and all the riches. She didn't have to get on OnlyFans. She didn't have to go to what they had called a grove back then and strip for favor. You know what I'm saying? She had none of that. She was raised righteous, and she stayed the path of righteousness, and the Lord put her in position to have everything else. But she also, I would say, but she also had the spirit to be willing to sacrifice all of that for the sake of serving God, to do the will of the Father that sent her to do the job. So I can go ahead, sir.
If I could, like Commander Junior Muhammad always teach us, Esther understood that she had to listen to the wisdom of her Ottawa, the man that was in charge of her. Because if she had just done that on her own, it would not have been successful for Israel.
Exactly.
She had to listen to the man that had the wisdom that the Lord appointed above her. I always remember that as sisters and as brothers. Listen to the wisdom of the men that are appointed above you. You think you know everything, you don't. Mhm. Because if you had the solutions to everything, then you wouldn't be in the mess that you're in. That's why all of us are in here. We all have the answer to something. Always remember that. That's what us to understood, okay? So like it, go ahead.
Okay. With that, I pass the class off to Trooper Nakashoff. Who has it on hand?
I do.
Good, Jesus, come on. You got it. You got it. Turn slightly to the right. There you go.
These are the ISPK security announcements. We are the ISPK, start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Hall, New York. Rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister come to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, found in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. It means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will out for priests, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
Passover.
The Passover on April
4th.
On April 4th, 2026. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. That in the Israel module. We're gonna give one courtesy salute. Mashabat. Rock.
Yeah.
Dr. Matah. Sar, turn face sister. Sisters, we're gonna give the sisters one courtesy salute. Shabbat. Farah. Yeah. Daddy Matah. Star. Blessings mixed.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.